59th edition of the International Trade Fair in Ndola is in full effect. And one of the exhibitors happens to be ZAMBEEF. And well, they're not just feeding the nation, but definitely showing you what they're all about and how they've interpreted this year's theme. Well, you and I will get to dive a little bit deeper with ZAMBEEF and find out how they've managed to remain very, very relevant in this game. Well, join me as I get to have a conversation with one of their top people who probably give you an insight of what exactly has been happening at ZAMBEEF. Well, there's been some investments as well that has been made, and well, there's been some changes also that has been made as far as ZAMBEEF is concerned. Now, sir, welcome to this short interview.
Thank you so very much.
Kindly tell us your name and what exactly you do at ZAMBEEF.
Thank you so very much for having us. My name's Ezekiel Chisenga Sekele. I am the executive for corporate affairs and sustainability here at ZAMBEEF. And indeed, welcome to our lovely stand here at ZAMBEEF Ndola International Trade Fair.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Now, let's get to how you have interpreted this year's theme as ZAMBEEF first and foremost, before we get to the other exciting information that you have. How has ZAMBEEF interpreted this year's theme, owing to the fact that there is resilience in the theme, there is business, there is trade? How has ZAMBEEF interpreted this year's theme?
Yes, enhancing business resilience through innovation and trade. I think for us as ZAMBEEF, first, if we speak about business resilience, just the way we are structured, as a business, we are a diversified agri-business. Now, diversification is very key. Our business model, our business portfolio, you may want to know that, is that it's diversified, okay? We don't just do one type of farming, no. Our structure is well balanced. First, we have the row cropping where we grow maize, wheat, soya, and we do not end there. We move on then to add value. ZAMBEEF places priority on value addition and industrialization. So the wheat is turned into flour. So we are moving now to value addition, okay? The maize and soya, which we grow and buy externally as well, goes into the stock feed. So we have 2 milling plants for wheat flour in Mpongwe and Chisamba, and then we also have 2 stock feed plants, one in Mpongwe, one in Lusaka, value addition. We do not just end there. Again, we have diversified. We have balanced our portfolio to have livestock. Livestock side, we've got one side, the small, that is the poultry division, and then the large, that's where we have the dairy in Kalundu, where we then get the milk. And even the milk, we add value through the cheese plant and the yogurts and the number of dairy products that we do produce at Chisamba. Just on value addition again, cheese plant was commissioned this year in April by the Honorable Minister of Fisheries and Livestock. Again, value addition, our Republican President, Mr. Haka in the Hijilema. Last year in October, commissioned in the Mpongwe, the $12 million wheat flour milling plant. The other year in September 2023, he launched the wheat harvest at Mpongwe. If I move from livestock, then the next part of the value chain is distribution, where we have just under 300 trucks, which again are many of them friendly in terms of the environmental risk, wherein we are investing more in the trucks, the distribution trucks, that add less CO2 emission to the environment. And then finally, we have the retailing. In the retail sector, that's where now we engage with people like yourselves, our lovely consumers, you know, who make us be who we are, ZAMBEEF. We've grown 30 years plus. In 1994, less than 100 employees to now over 8,000 employees. We've grown now to have indirect employment of over 260,000 indirect employees added to the economy, people that we are supporting. We are working with over 100,000 small-scale affiliation, small-scale farmer affiliation. So the business diversification for us helps us to be strong or to be resilient. But in terms of innovation, again, many examples at Impongwe, row cropping, wherein we are looking at improved ways of water consumption, and we are measuring that. We've just innovated into state-of-art tools that we're using. In the other areas of flour, again, wheat to flour, we have innovated with a new state-of-art plant, wherein it measures efficiencies in terms of how much raw wheat is being turned into flour, and the extra. Once we produce flour from wheat with an extraction percentage of 80%, the other 18-20%, that's wheat bran. We don't throw it. Where does it go? It goes to our stock feed. So we are continuously innovating in terms of how we are using our raw materials. Then trade. I spoke about trade impact already. How many small-scale farmers we are impacting? 100,000. How many people we have supported in terms of employment? Over 260,000. And all this put together, enhancing business resilience through innovation and trade. For us, we're registering 1% plus to the GDP. There are very few companies in this country who generate over 1% to the GDP, and we are one of them. And we are also a listed company, meaning that there are people like yourself, NAPSA, Aflife, a number of Zambians, as long as you are working and paying your contribution to NAPSA, you are definitely a shareholder in ZAMBEEF. So ZAMBEEF is a people's company, and even therein, by having investors like NAPSA, it's an innovative way of making Zambians be investors, have a stake. Some of them don't even know that they're actually shareholders. If you contribute to NAPSA, you're a shareholder to ZAMBEEF. So for us as ZAMBEEF, we are happy to create employment. We're happy to support the socio-economic fabric of the country, to the way in which we have structured the business. And we're excited that this year's theme speaks to who we are, because this is who we are. That's who we are at ZAMBEEF.
Now, I want to find out, recently there was an announcement, ZAMBEEF, that ZAMBEEF made an announcement of a $100 million expansion investment. Speak to this investment, and obviously you've alluded to the fact that it has been growing from strength to strength, and here we are, $100 million US. Which part of ZAMBEEF has gotten a significant amount of this money that you've invested?
Yes, our board, supported by our executive committee at ZAMBEEF, announced an ambitious expansion program at ZAMBEEF mid-2022, $100 million US production capacity plan. We've now spent, by March 2025, we had actualized $55 million US. Over 50% of that has gone into our flagship farm in Impongwe. About 30% or thereabout has gone into poultry division, and the rest of the investment in other divisions. Talk about the large livestock, talk about distribution as well. And we are counting. April, May, June, July, we continue to invest in the areas of our business that will yield good payback period, that would yield continuous return investment for our investor, because we are working hard for our investors, we are working hard for the economy, we are working hard for the employees who are our strategic partners. We respect and value our employees at ZAMBEEF, 8,000 of them. 99% plus are local indigenous Zambians. Less than 1%, point something percent, are expatriates. But the majority, over 99% plus, are local Zambians. The general manager at the wheat flour milling plant in Impongwe is a local. The general manager at the poultry milling, at the poultry division, is a local Zambian. The head of commercial, even where we are here at the trade fair, the head of retail is a Zambian. The CFO is Zambian. The CEO, a lady, a wonderful lady, very passionate, hardworking, Madam Faith Mukutu. She's our Chief Executive Officer, appointed in June, July 2022. That's a local Zambian. So we're, a proud company with Zambian skilled workforce. But where we need to build in skills, yes, we work with our brothers, our sisters who come in from other countries to support, embed, and develop skills. But largely, we're a company that believes in the local people. And just to speak about local talent support, we've now more than 5 higher institution of learning where we have signed MOUs, Cavendish, Zitf, Novatec, Notec, Teveta, among others. So for us as ZAMBEEF, we believe in partnership. SDG number 17, partnership for the goals, partnership for sustainable development. Because we believe that this company is a great company. It starts from the soil, runs through until it reaches to the consumers, like where we are.
Well, exactly.
Look at the wonderful people who are having, a finished, bring in, they buy up the products, they pay, and these people like you who ensure that us, the employees, continue to get a salary as we save you better. And we really want to thank you. Our colleagues in the media want to thank our consumers, our lovely consumers and customers in Zambia, because these are the people that make ZAMBEEF be the company it is today.
Awesome. Now, to you who's watching us and listening to us from wherever you may be right now, and you're thinking, well, I'm planning on going to the trade fair this year. Well, if you want to enjoy local beef, tender beef, this is the place that you come to. They'll serve you with yonshima or any other thing that you want to eat. You just buy in there and they'll braai it for you right there. That in itself is a great way of interpreting this year's theme. Sir, thank you very much for having this conversation with us, and we're looking forward to having a lot of meat after this conversation. Well, my name is Victor Mwanza, and it's on to the next. As the beef is being prepared, there is a skin that is mostly thrown away. But ZAMBEEF, together with their subsidiary, ZAMLeather, they said we can make something that a lot of people probably will order outside the country. The shoe that I'm holding in my hands is a local product from ZAMLeather. Well, sir, again, we meet today. Obviously, you keep on impressing the nation. Definitely. And clothing the nation, putting them with pride, walking with pride when they put on such kind of shoes.
Yes.
Speak to the fact that this year's theme is coming in with resilience, and also it's speaking to the fact that you've decided to go innovative. What exactly does this mean for ZAMLeather?
All right. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody listening in or watching. First of all, my name is Richard Ngoshe. I'm the sales manager at ZAMLeather Limited, a division of ZAMBEEF Products PLC. ZAMLeather was established with one simple mandate: innovation. And this innovation, after you harvest the meat, there was a lot of wastage of the skin. We had difficulties disposing of these skins. And ZAMBEEF Products, being an innovative company, they came up with an innovation of establishing a company that will be processing the skin hides from all the abattoirs and from other sources into leather. And the major part of that leather, there was a factory which was established in Lusaka at ZAMBEEF headquarters, where shoes are produced. So when that idea came up to come up with an innovation to process leather from the animal hides that were being collected from abattoirs and from all over the places, there was capital injection, and it started with a lot of difficulties. But with the resilience of ZAMBEEF PLC products, there was capital injection into the project. A tannery was built with capital injection into machinery to process leather. That tannery is now one of the largest tanneries in Southern Africa, processing over 130,000 animal skins. That tannery processes the animal hides into leather. That leather, there are different types of leather that come out of that tannery. And again, that is further innovation into this project to produce different types of leather, which you can use to produce different types of products. Speak about sofas, speak about handbags, speak about wallets, speak about belts, and speak about shoes. Now, most of that leather that is produced, to actually go into further innovation, ZAMBEEF products put another capital injection to purchase and procure machinery to come up with the shoe factory. The shoe factory was established, and from that shoe factory, most of the leather that is coming from the tannery into further innovation to produce shoes, that shoe factory is producing over 180,000 pairs of shoes. Now, further innovation into the shoes, we don't just produce one type of shoes. We range from school shoes, which you can find at ShopRite, Pape, and in all our ZAMBEEF outlets. We also went into security or combat boots, which you can also find in a lot of places, including Micma and a lot of other distribution points, and a lot of industrial footwear, which we sell into construction companies and a lot of people doing heavy work where they need safety protection. So all in all, ZAMBEEF PLC went into an innovation to come up with ZAM leather, and there's a lot of innovation in ZAM leather that is happening, just like I've explained, into the product diverse. Yes.
Well, you always get to shock us with a number of your products here. Now, to you who's watching as well as listening to this, you're thinking, well, I need to buy my daughter or my son a pair of school shoes. Well, come through to the trade fair, and obviously they will be able to get these shoes here. Speak to the people who are coming through to the trade fair.
Well, if you can hear the announcements there, you can't miss ZAMBEEF. You find us at near Gate 10. All you have to see is where they say buy meat and we'll buy it for free. Guy, you can come here and buy fresh meat. Fresh meat, you pick it on your own from the butchery. We'll buy it for you for free, and the shima available with very good vegetables. When you come there, right at near the braai stands, you see a gazebo written ZAM leather, and you can't miss the shoes down there. Come and talk to us. We'll give you all the information that you need to know about the shoes, the product quality, and everything that we need to know about our shoes. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir, and obviously enjoy the rest of the trade fair.
Thank you very much.
Well, ZAM Leather is definitely here to make sure that you and your family enjoy a best shoe locally made. My name is Victor Mwanza, and it's on to the next.